Cooking Show. I'm Ravana.
I'm John.
And I'm Johanna.
Okay, today we're going to be doing some very basic omelettes. So I've got our ingredients here and my two excellent helpers, and we should be ready to go. So first things first, we need to chop up a number of the ingredients that we're going to put into the omelette. So today, you can use a lot of things for omelettes, but today we've got some cherry tomatoes, we've got the mushrooms which have been cleaned and are on the bench here, and some spring onions. So, you're going to do no chocolate today, is that correct? First we're going to take the elastic band off, grab some of those cherry tomatoes out. We'll very carefully use this knife here. I'll show you with the mushrooms, so you just grab one, cut it in half, put it face down so that you're not going to hurt yourself, and then just cut it into small sections like that. And we'll put those in the pan in just a minute. And with the cherry tomatoes, I might get you to start with them over here. You happy to do some cutting? Excellent. That's good. So a similar idea with these, so that we're not going to cut ourselves. We'll just cut them in half like this, put them face down, and then we can cut them sort of into smaller sections like that. Okay, easy enough. I'll give you some of those to start doing. That one. Go for your life. Alright, we'll get the eggs ready as well. I'll get you to help me crack those though, because that's the fun part when you're cooking with eggs. It's always fun to smash them into the bowl.
So what are you doing for Christmas?
For Christmas, I'm having a big family lunch at my auntie's house. She's a really good cook, so I'm looking forward to that. There'll be plenty to eat for Christmas. What about you two? Anything exciting?
Not really.
Not really? Have you been good?
Yeah.
Santa's going to bring you presents?
Maybe.
Maybe, okay. Have to see how we go. Right, doing an excellent job with those, well done. Alright, I can keep cutting those if you want. I'll get you to crack 3 of the eggs into the bowl. Put a little bit of milk in, just a dash of the milk in there, but you can do the eggs first. So make sure you hold the bowl steady so it doesn't go everywhere. Keep cutting these up for us. What about over the holidays? Are we going away at all?
No.
No? Staying around the house?
Yeah.
Doing some gardening? No? Maybe having some friends over.
What do you like to cook at home?
What do I like to cook at home? Well, this is a nice basic one that I like to do for breakfast sometimes, omelettes. But my favourite dish to cook is stuffed capsicums. So, you know, capsicum? You core out the middle and fill it up with all sorts of different ingredients. That's my favourite one. No, just a little bit more. Well done, yep, that'll be plenty. Okay. Okay, so you're going to mix it all together so that it's all mixed into one. Okay, so we've got our mushrooms cut up ready to go, our tomatoes looking good down there. Last thing we need to cut up is our spring onions. So you can get them in small groups of about 4 or 5 and just line the ends up so they're approximately in the same spot. And then we want to get rid of these bits at the end, which looks like hair, so they're going to look like me in a minute. Bang, gone. Okay, get rid of those bits. And then we just want to cut it into nice little sections like this. Right. And we can keep cutting along the stalk until we start to get to the more leafy kind of section. All of this is good, so keep going there, a bit more even, as much out of it as we can. Okay. Right, now that's probably where we want to stop. Okay, and those bits done. Get rid of those. So do you want to have a go at that with those ones? You could probably do a few more tomatoes if you want. So give those a bit more of a chop. But we'll start cooking shortly, I think. So we've got our pan here set to medium heat. So I'll put that over, get that warming up for us. Yep, perfect. Just going to use a little bit of spray so our eggs don't stick to the bottom. Like that. Beauty. And we'll start with the mushrooms because they take the longest to cook. So.
Who's your favourite Year 7 student?
Oh, that's a risky question. I don't know if I can answer that one on camera. It might come back to haunt me. But I'll tell you a few things about some of the students. Okay, Year 7 students. Well, Tyson is particularly cheeky, but he's got a good sense of humour, so I don't mind having him in my class. And John as well, even though I'm almost certain he doesn't know how to stay seated in class. He's constantly running around like a crazy man, but he's a bit of fun as well. So they're two of the students that I enjoy having, but most of them are pretty good. I like most of them.
What was your favourite dessert?
My favourite dessert as a kid? Well, my mum used to cook a beautiful chocolate pudding, self-saucing chocolate pudding, and that was my favourite. I used to ask her every night to make it. Luckily she didn't make it every night, or else it might be a little bit bigger than I am now, but that was my favourite. What about yours?
My cake and ice cream.
Ooh, my cake and ice cream, that was a good one as well. Definitely like that. And yours? Chocolate cake, so we all like the chocolate desserts, so fair enough too, pretty tasty. What about your favourite food that's not a dessert? Snails?
No.
No? Why not? French people like snails, they love them. Escargot. What about McDonald's?
Yeah.
Oh no, that can't be the best. Gross. Alright, so the mushrooms are coming along really well, so we can probably add in our spring onion now. So you're doing well there. Do you want to put that one in with the mushrooms too? Just put a little bit more butter as well so we don't stick to the bottom there. Yeah, go for it, tip those in. Very good. Looking good. Excellent. Okay, so that's cooking along nicely. As you can probably see, the mushrooms are going a nice brown, and the onion there should start to go a similar colour as we keep simmering it over. So it's going to be some really nice smells coming out, so I think the flavour is going to be delicious. Now, next of all, we might put some tomatoes in. Can you reach from there? There you go. Good. Oh, good teamwork. Well done. Alright. That's good. So the juice from the tomatoes will be nice too, they'll mix in with the other flavours there. Alright, so some really nice colours coming out in that as well. Alright, that's good. So there's only a couple more steps and then our omelette's going to be ready to eat, which is always the best part of cooking, is eating it. So what we'll do next is we're going to get our eggs and our milk in there, and a bit of cheese, which is going to hold it all together. Okay? So, who's going to help me put the eggs in? You are? Alright, beautiful. Or maybe out there. And be careful not to touch the pot, the pan, because it's going to be pretty warm. Beautiful. That's good. Yep, scrape a little bit into there. Oh, you two are like experts. Should be on Junior MasterChef maybe. Alright, so as you can see, the egg and the milk's obviously cooled the pan down a little bit, so we'll just leave it there while it starts to simmer, but you can see those bubbles coming through, so the heat's coming through, it's going to cook nicely at the bottom. Let's just sprinkle some cheese in for you. Like you washed your hands before. Yep, that's good. Put that all over the top. Nice. Just spread that around a bit like this. Put back on the heat. Get it all over to one side of the pan, get it cooking over there a bit, and with a little bit of luck, we're going to be able to flip it. If that doesn't work, we're going to have scrambled eggs. See how I'm sort of trying to keep it, hopefully the camera's catching that for you up here. Trying to keep it to one side, so that's going to give us some room on the other side of the pan for us to flip it to. Okay, so that we're able to cook it nicely on the top as well, but if we keep that down there, just get a nice base underneath.
Which teacher do you like the most?
Which teacher do I like the most? Oh, that's That's an even tougher question. I'm going to get in a lot of trouble if I pick one, but I work mostly obviously with the Year 7 teachers, but they've all been really good to work with, so since I've started here, I've really enjoyed working with them. Put a little bit more cheese on top, so that's what gives it some of the nice flavour and holds it all together as well. Alright, now look at this. Could become a bit of a mess, but we're going to give it a go, alright? Ready, set, go! Semi-successful. Alright, and then we'll get this, tip that over there as well, into this corner. Alright. Okay, what you can do too with your omelette for breakfast is you can cook some toast, put on top a bit of bread if you want, but you don't have to, you can just eat it like this. Alright, so that's been simmering away nicely there. And I reckon we're about ready to give it a try. Do you want to have a go?
Yep.
Brave enough? Okay, we've got a couple of plates here. So I'll put a little bit on each for you. Alright, there you go. So like I said, you can put that on top of a bit of bread if you want to, but you can also just eat it like this. Bit of a mess. That's always good though, isn't it? Alright. That bit there. Alright, and I'll take the rest off the heat. Always remember to remove the pan off the heat so that it doesn't keep cooking. We'll turn that one off in a minute. There we go. Give that a go and see what you think. That could be pretty hot.
It's really good.
Oh, is it? I hope you're not just saying that to be nice. Tasty? Well done. Good work. Go team. Very good. Well, there you have it. Omelettes.